Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. So yes, the calendar has turned. It's now Saturday the 13th of July. I hope you're all doing well. So, popping on to deliver us a message for Divine Feminine at this time. Divine Feminine, what's your current energy? We've got the Divine Feminine Oracle today. So, for Divine Feminine, what is your current energy, Divine Feminine, or which Divine Feminine energy is around you at this time, guiding you, helping you at this current time? So thank you. Let's find out. Okay. Well, that's a lot of cards. They're all going back. We had about 5 cards all come out at once, and that's far too many. Just one at a time. Divine Feminine, feels like you are in your power at this time. A lot of energy around you, Divine Feminine. Okay, so thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Just one card for Divine Feminine this evening. What is Divine Feminine's energy? Okay, wow. We've got Miao Shan, the Princess of Mercy. Giving is receiving. The energy of the universe is merciful. Felt like the universe wanted to give us a lot, Divine Feminine. That's why we had a great big pile of cards to begin with. It's like Divine Feminine. Maybe you have given a lot. I feel as though you are in service, Divine Feminine. Bottom of the deck we have the Shekinah, the presence of the Divine Feminine. At the center of everything there is light, and I am that light. Indeed, you are Divine Feminine. You are the light, and you are in service to that light. Absolutely. So, this is our reading. Let me just show you the top of the deck. We've got Pope Joan, the Pontiff of Possibilities. The possibilities are limitless because the soul is limitless. So you are very much in your power at this time, Divine Feminine. There's a lot of energy around you right now. Okay, so you are in service to the light. And this is your reading, Divine Feminine. We have Miao Shan. Thank you. So, let's read from the guidebook. The Princess of Mercy. Giving is receiving. The energy of the universe is merciful. So who is Miao Shan? Miao Shan represents the incarnation and fulfillment of mercy. She was a Chinese princess who is believed to have lived during the Tang dynasty in 618 to 907, and to have been the incarnation of the goddess Kuan Yin. She was the daughter of a king who wanted her to marry a wealthy man in order to secure more wealth and power for herself. When she refused, the king sent her off to live in a monastery on a secluded island off the coast of China. When the king found out that Miao Shan had transformed the barren island into a paradise, he got so angry that he ordered the monastery to be burned to the ground. But when Miao Shan saw the monastery in flames, she pricked the tip of her tongue with a hairpin and magically summoned a storm that put out the fire. The king then ordered Miao Shan's execution, but no blade or sword could kill her. Instead, each weapon shattered into pieces before touching her body. After several attempts, a gorgeous, glowing white tiger appeared and spirited Miao Shan away. The tiger took her to meet Yama, the ruler of hell. Miao Shan immediately heard the suffering of the souls all around her, and one by one she liberated them with the fierce power of her empathy. Yama had to send Miao Shan away because she was transforming hell into heaven. He gave her the peach of longevity as a gift. Miao Shan meditated for many years on the island of Puto Shan. News reached her that the king was on the verge of death and that he needed the eyes and arms of a person without anger in order to live. Miao Shan gave him her eyes and arms. The king was revived and came to honor the person who had saved his life. When he saw that his savior was Miao Shan, he fell to his knees, humbled by the extent of her mercy. When your soul selects her card, the author Sue Monk Kidd articulates the process of empathy so clearly when she writes, "Empathy is the most mysterious transaction that the human soul can have, and it's accessible for all of us, but we have to give ourselves to the opportunity to identify, to plunge ourselves in a story where we will see the world from the bottom up or through another's eyes or heart." Empathy is mercy's twin sister. When we can feel into the reality of someone else's suffering, we open up to the possibility of mercy. Mercy comes from the old saying, which means exchange. Mercury is the embodiment of compassion. It can feel easy or even natural to have compassion for people who have never harmed us personally. But mercy is having compassion for someone who has. Mercy requires that we give something of ourselves, which is symbolized by Miao Shan giving her eyes and arms to the king. It can feel like a great sacrifice to be so giving towards someone who has given us nothing but suffering. Here's where the magic comes in. The law of the universe is merciful. The more we give, the more we receive. When the king realized the profound act of mercy his daughter bestowed on him, Miao Shan transformed into her true manifestation as the thousand-armed Kuan Yin. Miao Shan is a reminder that giving is the true receiving. When we refuse to release our anger towards someone, we're blocking the flow of the universe within us. We are not harming the person who harmed us by remaining angry. We are keeping ourselves from receiving the love and light that is already ours. And Divine Feminine, that love and light is yours. And so, the presence of Divine Feminine, the Shekinah, you are Divine Feminine, and you are standing in your love and in your light and in your compassion for your Divine Masculine, who is the Shekinah. The Shekinah represents the omnipresence and the immanence of the Divine Feminine. The word Shekinah in Hebrew means to settle, to inhabit, or to dwell. It represents an experience of the divine presence right here in the body and in the world. In Kabbalism, mystical Judaism, the Shekinah is the feminine aspect of God, and she's depicted as a piercing, radiant light. She is the experience of the presence of God within us as the soul of God. To the Kabbalist, honouring the feminine is of the utmost importance. This is why the red thread of protection is worn on the left wrist, which is the receiving feminine side of the body. In Kabbalistic teachings, the Shekinah is represented in the tree of life as the pillar of balance. She is the force that unites the opposites. She brings heaven to earth, and she unites the body and soul. Because of her, there can be a direct path of communion between humanity and divinity. Because of her, we can experience God right here in this moment, and right here in this body. When your soul selects her card, in the Zohar, the main sacred text in the Kabbalah, the Shekinah is described as being a world within the world, as a bright radiance at the center of everything. All life on earth, all consciousness is a part of her light and is therefore sacred. The metaphysical theory of immanence is that the divine presence is manifested in the material world. So there isn't actually any matter, whether organic or inorganic, that isn't also a part of the divine. The Shekinah is light that inhabits your body, your cells, and is in the cells of all the people and objects you see around you. She is also about pure experience. She is the message, the truth that there is a light at the center of everything that happens to us, both the good and the bad. And the Shekinah is the reminder that we are not just this body, or this pain we might be going through, or this confusing moment in our brief life. We are light. We are molecules of heaven in human form. And right now, we can just know this. We can experience the light we are, and that can be enough. That can be the miracle and the answer we actually need. Not words or meaning, but simply and more profoundly pure, radiant being. Indeed, you are Divine Feminine. So let's finish today's reading with this soul voice meditation. So enter your heart space and repeat this mantra. I am light. Now tell me, if you wish, what images or words arise for you? The intention at the center of everything, there is light, and I am that light. Indeed, you are that light, divine feminine. So keep shining brightly for all to see. Much love.